Hi everyone, my name is Eric William Haaser, aka Waldos Waltz on YouTube, Eric Haaser on Instagram, SoundCloud, and Bandcamp, spelled ERICHAASER. Today I'd like to be showing you my studio area where I have a Radiant Arsenal Tesla coil set up with a Fantron tube for Rife experiments to remove parasites in the radiant atmosphere, to conduct wireless transmission frequency experiments, and to broadcast my network. So we'll go ahead and get into this video. What I'm going to go ahead and show you is the Tesla coil that I built, which has a solar powered, the Fantron tube's going off. As you could see, the power looked like it was dimming and flickering. That's the Fantron tube going off. That's that light up there. It's got some fluorescent bulbs that occasionally flicker in frequency bandwidth, and that's pulsing the radiant atmosphere that I keep charged with vapor fumes to displace any bacteria, parasite, nanovirus, particle, or charged being in the atmosphere that's an ill host. As you can see, it's going off again. So it'll dim and flicker and block out any negative frequencies in the atmosphere. That thing atop this spiral is a solar-powered orgone generator, which is synchronizing with the Fantron tube. This orgone generator is linked with a coaxial cable that goes down through this grate here. It goes down and it spirals around in this plastic drum, this hollow drum, and it goes down here and is attached to the back of this monitor. Now I've got this set up with my PS4. That's set up right there. And so we got that as the charge host, just adding some power supply to this grounded Tesla coil. Okay? That's where the power supply is coming from. You just wind it around there. I have a step-up transformer here with a crystal power grid and another orgone pyramid, which is acting as a magnifying transmitter. We've got a magnifying transmitter orgone pyramid up there too. And all of these are synced with these kinds of Bluetooth speakers throughout my house. I've got a JBL Extreme 2, I've got a JBL Clip 3, and I've got a JBL Flip 4. There's right there the JBL Flip 4 right on me. Look down here, I've got the JBL Clip 3, and then over yonder, over that way, I've got the JBL Extreme 2. All of those have are linked with this kind of frequency bandwidth that's assigned to the orgone crystal transmitters. Any alien life, any extraterrestrial life would be able to pick up on these sorts of frequencies. And a dual purpose for the orgone pyramids is to just remove any harmful electromagnetic frequencies from the atmosphere. So that's what I'm doing, partly just with having this rotating and having these around the computers themselves, which are permitting the electromagnetic frequency to get out in the atmosphere, and partly with the Fantron tube. So what I'm going to do, we'll look over here really quickly. So this is what I'm broadcasting with. I'll just show you the back of this TV where I've got the coaxial cable coming from. Here's where it is. Can't really see it too well. That's where it goes. I've got that playing through a speaker right down there. But this comes up here. This is a setup for stocks and videos that I'm making currently. Graphic artwork, crystals, displays, glass artwork, stuff like that. Sailor Moon. But what I really want to focus on is the battery array. This battery array is slightly powering this station too. I've got 3 batteries in sequence, and with battery packs adjacent to them, powering this Bluetooth speaker. And I'm bringing this stepped up here to this battery pack here, and it's got a power cable running up into this glass tube, and when I blow out this vapor into the atmosphere, it'll link with any kind of charge that's already dissipating throughout the air and throughout the plasma that's created with just the vapor itself. So this vapor acts as basically a host, catalyst, plasma through which the Fantron tube can dissipate its electrical charge to basically blast out any nanoparticle charge, parasite, or bacteria. So this guy up here, I got this from the Zira monastic community on Amazon.com. It's be hard to spell it for you, but just search Orgone solar powered Orgone solar powered tower. Solar powered Orgone tower. And these are Orgone pyramids, you can get those. And this is the way I have it set up. I have this set up at the top of this glass. This comes down through with 2 power cables providing a positive and negative charge, or just 2 positive charges. One would be negative, one would be positive, or something. They'd both be providing power to this radiant atmosphere. Here, I'll do a brief demonstration of how I just power this. So I'll just be vaping, and that will act as a plasma host for all these frequencies to carry throughout at least the basement, and then out into the atmosphere outside on radios that I have set up that are always running. I've got 3 radios that are always turned on, which is also providing a radio signal here. So we've got light, radio, ether, and plasma. Those are the main principles that I'm writing on. That comes down here, it's wound through here. I had to raise it up because it wasn't getting enough light to power it. But what I'm gonna do, and then when I got here, I've got these jewels, and I attached this also to a power cable over there, as well as the JBL Extreme 2 speaker. I use these as broadcasting wireless transmitters as well. I just attach these here and transmit signals out with these, and the nicotine as a fluid that can dissipate any kind of signal through a water medium, since most things are made of hydrogen and molecules like that. What we're gonna do, I'm gonna take you down here. We're gonna look inside of here if we can peek it in there without knocking everything down. That's where I wound everything around. As you can see, it's all wound around. Goes up just like that. Nothing super special about it. I really don't want to move this too much more than this, so I'd knock it over or something, but you can see how I wound it around and just kind of duct taped it. Okay? If you blow the plasma cloud up into here, it gets so radiantly charged in this atmosphere. It's ridiculous. So what I'm going to do is get like a straw. Since this is so close to my table, I'm going to get a straw and blow the vapor through the straw into here. And that way this drum will stay plasma charged with the radiant plasma flowing throughout there with a aerosol vapor discharge. Okay, so that's part of the system, okay? That's basically what my system's working with. I'm sorry to move so quickly. This is a step-down transformer and the step-up transformer. This is a crystal grid that's right adjacent to the base of this Tesla coil. This resonates with this frequency here and the battery grid and everything else that's associated with the Bluetooth speakers and the Wi-Fi that's already in my basement. On this monitor, this tablet device, I've got it linked with the International Space Station. So they're usually always broadcasting, or I have it on some sort of sound frequency to capture everything that's on a volume capability. Again, this is just stocks. that I got monitoring the market right there for my portfolio and everything. Here's cannabis, glass, crystal. These crystals will have frequencies of their own. They're probably transmitting and sending and receiving signals as well. Fantron tube was going off. I don't know if you saw the light change. You can see it's flaring there. It's kind of like a bug zapper in a way, but it's more for nanoparticles and bacteria and viruses. I think it goes down to that level. It's not really as big as bugs would be. It's smaller than that because it's just light pulsing. It's a light-based weapon. That's why it's a radiant arsenal. It's not intended to kill anybody. It's intended to therapeutically remove harmful products and byproducts of the harmful atmosphere or carcinogenic atmosphere or polluted atmosphere that I'm living in. It's basically just a health regimen and something that anyone can set up if they think like I do. Okay? You can get all this stuff at Kendall Hardware. You can get all this at Home Depot, Ace Hardware, wherever you got. Amazon for the crystals, and Best Buy for the speakers and stuff. A gas station for the nicotine things to use as wireless transmitters. Just be inventive with your products. This is what I'm inventing here, okay? And I'm almost convinced that it's actually doing what I'm setting it up for. Okay? So it's pretty good. I'll just run you through some shit. This is my setup. 3 aerosol vapes. Stuff. Good stuff. More vapors. Stuff. More stuff. Peoples. Chilling. Over there. That's where I have the other Bluetooth speaker. I won't show you that right now. But, yeah, that's basically my setup right now. This is always rotating. Because I got it set up well enough. And that's basically what I wanted to show you. So I'm going to back up. That's my Tesla coil setup. I hope I explained myself well enough. It's not too far-fetched or too obscure. And it definitely has a energy capacity to it and a radiant discharge if you blow smoke or vapor anywhere close to it. Especially when you blow it into this drum. It like bursts energy outwards. It radiates energy. It's ridiculous. And it's only a positive energy because I wasn't confused or bewildered or stupefied by the energy. So anyways, that's what I wanted to say. That's what I wanted to show you. And that's what I got. Peace, guys.